I mean, I'm gonna keep it real, and like some people might not agree with this. I wasn't tripping about the White Lives Matter shirt.
What?
I
was.
I wasn't tripping about it. Of course, white people lives matter just like black people lives matter. But Black Lives Matter was because in society, it hasn't been shown that black lives matter or has equal value. On this show, we keep it real. Black Lives Matter, they had some bullshit come out. They had some people stealing money, doing all types of things with money. Guess what? Red Cross was caught stealing, just like those are people. Those are individuals.
Yeah.
Also, the Catholic Church, they've been stealing. And also, they've been vandalizing your kids' private parts. And I don't hear nobody saying not to believe in Jesus. So how you going to say that Black Lives Matter movement doesn't matter anymore because they had thieves just like Red Cross had all this, but no one is trying to get rid of them.
Because it's for black people.
And we don't have, equality or, social equity in this society we live in.
The Highest Point Podcast.
More than a pod, it's a lifestyle.
Do you feel like Kanye got heat for the George Floyd stuff, or do you feel like he got heat for the so-called Jewish stuff?
He got heat for the anti-Semitic stuff, man. That's the Jews stuff. That's what everybody came down on him for. But of course, a lot of black people was upset about the George Floyd statements as well. Yeah. And it was kind of like, intertwined. But black people don't got the power that Jews got. They got all this money. They backed by the banks. They are the banks in most cases.
Obviously, because what he said, he put $140 million in the bank.
Yeah.
Treat him like shit and told him to take his money.
Right. Like, you're like, they ain't nothing to us, man. You know how long we've been doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, so, he's feeling that. He said a lot of stuff that makes sense when it comes to that. I disagree with the George Floyd comment, but
it was idiotic.
Yeah. Like, because he said that George Floyd didn't die from exfoliation. He died from fentanyl. So, asphyxiation. And, that's just false. Like, right. He obviously died from not being able to breathe and having a knee on his neck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that was just crazy. And he got that info from a Candace Owens.
Right. And let's put something out here, man. When they talk about the amounts of drugs people have in their system, like, you do understand the longer you do drugs, the higher your tolerance gets. The more you drink, the higher your tolerance gets. So, yeah, for a person that never done drugs before, that'll probably kill them. But a person that been doing drugs forever, for not forever, but for a long time,
yeah,
like they can handle more than a sober person just jumping into it.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, he couldn't have just died from fentanyl, man. Let's keep it real. So he's saying that if he was walking in the street and nobody with a knee on his neck, he would have fell dead on the ground from fentanyl if this dude ain't had a knee on his neck.
That's what they're implying, but that's false.
That don't make sense.
Whatever he had in his system, he could handle.
The cop was convicted of murder.
Yeah.
They had a biopsy. It's so apparent.
Autopsy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They had an autopsy. It's so apparent that this is what took place. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna say? Like, if someone choked me out and I had weed in my system, you gonna say I died from weed?
Weed overdose, man. You were high.
That doesn't make sense. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that don't make sense. He got this information from Candace Owens. It's like how I'm disappointed that he was so easily influenced by her, because a lot of people don't even know her background. Like, she herself sued her high school for racial discrimination. When she was in high school, she was backed by the NCAAP and helped her win her case.
NAACP.
Right. Black people. And then years later, here, currently, she go to Laura Ingram's show and say that she never experienced racism.
Well, who came before Trump? Right. It was Obama, and Obama did a lot to tear this country apart. I do not remember when I was growing up having all of these race issues, okay? I really don't remember it. It became white versus black all over again. And I say all over again, I shouldn't even say that, because when I was alive, this was not an issue.
And you want to believe something from a woman that has been doing this.
Right.
You like, when you needed black people help, you went to them and ran to them. But when you get yourself in a position of power, you're getting this money now. All these white people are paying you to push on this agenda that they have. Mm-hmm. You're just going to do everything in your power to diminish your own people who actually had your back from the beginning. Exactly. But they forget so quick, man.
No, they don't forget. They just got their own agenda.
And they don't care. It's all about themselves. It's selfish.
Yeah.
It's like I was like, yo, like, come on, yeah, you should know better than to just dive into what she said. She got a whole doc about it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to prove how George Floyd died from fentanyl and not by a cop putting his knee on his neck.
That's her doc?
Yes.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
So, you know, like,
I didn't even know that. That's new to me, man.
yeah.
Oh,
she sued her high school for racial discrimination, didn't say she never experienced racism.
That's crazy.
Like, come on.
But also, you know, I know people have like other agendas. Cause like look at Kanye with the what he had, the White Lives Matter shirt, right?
Mm-hmm.
When people ask him about it, what did he redirect it to? Abortion. He always end up redirecting it towards abortion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So why not just talk about abortion from the beginning? You get what I'm saying? Like if this is what you want to focus on, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just talk about abortion and how you feel about it, your views and how you want other people to possibly view it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got to be extreme like that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know what, man? I'm gonna keep it real. And like, some people might not agree with this. I wasn't tripping about the White Lives Matter shirt. Like, I wasn't tripping about it because, like, in actuality, of course, white people's lives matter just like black people's lives matter.
That's
their
obvious.
life is no less valuable than ours and no greater valuable than ours.
Yeah,
but
in places,
let me get this out.
Go ahead.
But the reason why the Black Lives Matter was birthed was because in society it hasn't been shown that Black lives matter or has equal value.
Right.
You know, so many people are, you know, just marginalized. You know, we have committed crime, same crime as a white person, and get way more time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All these things are happening. So many more white people on government assistance, but somehow black people are the ones that's always talked about being on government assistance. So many more white people commit crimes. So Black Lives Matter movement was birthed. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like I get that. So, you know, white people, that White Lives Matter thing, it don't really got no real push behind it. It don't really mean much because they wasn't marginalized.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to think about it like this too. Like, you know, especially here in the South, you got these groups, you know what I'm saying? They're hiding when they see a black person or anybody, you know what I'm saying, of notoriety, put something like that on, that's going to get them fuel. They're going to put something like that on with another meaning behind it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, they could.
And they will. And, and you know what I'm saying? They'll do stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's just going to cause a lot of other things to happen.
Yeah,
you know,
I get that. Yeah, I get that.
And so, you know, when you do stuff like that, you gotta think about that too. You can't just look at it one way.
Right. And we can't just look at it one way either. Like, because some of them would try to say that their whole thing was all lives matter. Like, okay, we're not talking about all lives matter right now. We're talking about the people that are being victimized.
What they should have did was Black Lives Matter too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get that.
And that would have, you know what I'm saying, helped out with the cause. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, and the cause matters. It's a huge thing. But like on this show, we keep it real. Black Lives Matter, they had some bullshit come out. They had some crooks in the midst.
You talking about the actual company? Thing.
Yeah, they had some crooks in the midst. So, you know, some people stealing money, doing all types of things with money.
Yeah,
but, you know, that doesn't take anything from the movement because, hey, guess what? Red Cross was caught stealing just like those are people. Those are individuals. Yeah. Also, the Catholic Church, they've been stealing. And also, they've been vandalizing your kids' private parts. And I don't hear nobody saying not to believe in Jesus.
You said vandalizing the kids' private parts.
Vandalizing their private part. This is what all the Catholic Church been doing. I don't see y'all saying not to believe in Jesus no more. I don't hear nobody saying, hey, let's not donate to the Red Cross no more because they were caught before stealing large sums of money.
Yeah.
So how you going to say that Black Lives Matter movement doesn't matter anymore because they had 1 or 2, 3 thieves just like the Catholic Church had hundreds and thousands of these rapists, these crooks, all in there, these molesters in their midst. Red Cross had all this, but no one is trying to get rid of them.
Because it's for black people.
Right.
You know
so again, that goes right to the discrimination, how we are not treated equally and we don't have, you know, equality or, you know, social equity in this society we live in.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
wow.
So like y'all can't diminish the meaning of, you know, Black Lives Matter, because that's still huge. Yeah. And that's why I wasn't tripping about his shirt. I'm like, okay, whatever about that. It's just like, look, it's still, you can't use that, or people use that to take away from what the movement of Black Lives Matter really mean. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too much we dealing with out here.
Yeah, and white lives do matter. You know what I'm saying? Now I got a question. Are Jews white?
I mean, they seem like they try to separate themselves from white, but they also want to grab onto the same privileges. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. I kind of explain what they got going on. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, these people that I'm seeing, it look like white people.
It might be a lot of white people just trying to say they are Jews.
Yeah, they trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why they don't never show the brown Jews? They don't ever talk about the brown Jews. That's from Egypt. Y'all know what Egypt at?
And you know that whole little region,
Jerusalem. Oh, that's where that's at. Where's Jerusalem?
It's in.
Is it in Africa?
Middle East.
Oh, that's in the Middle East.
Yeah, that's in Israel. Is Jerusalem Israel?
I don't know. I have to pull up the map. Is it?
We're gonna have to look.
Where's Jerusalem?
Pull that shit up. Oh hell no! Ain't no white people there.
It's in the Middle East.
Yeah, white people ain't there, man.
You know what I'm saying?
They wasn't historically there.
Right. I mean, but you know they are colonizers. That's the word I was trying to tell you about
the other day, like last week.
Colonizers. Yo, that's it. I knew it would come up some random time.
God damn.
That's crazy. I can never think of it.
A week and some change ago.
Colonizers.
Damn.
So you knew what else, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So they colonized the shit, so they just claim the shit now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Cause them niggas ain't the original niggas, you know what I mean?
At all.
Like, them niggas is white. And white people don't come from there. They come from a little bit north.
Yeah,
you
like
know what I'm saying? Where it's a little
British
bit more,
and all this.
It's a little bit more chilly where they come from.
Right,
you know
right.
What I'm saying?
Yeah. It's crazy how they just they'll take credit and do so much, man. They're pros at taking credit of things. You know what I'm saying? Hijacking people, movements, religions, everything.
The Highest Point Podcast.
More than a pod, it's a lifestyle.